Alright guys, welcome back to Lost and Found History Rewritten. We are in Manitou Springs. This is one of the healing waters. I don't have a build date on this little rotunda here for the building itself, but it says right here that this place was founded in 1871. So that's really interesting that they are claiming founded again on another building. And of course, you can tell this little spring outlet here. This is full of, this water has manganese in it. You can see where the salt buildup is in there. It kind of tastes like sparkling water. I'll give you guys a look at the rotunda here that they built for this. Pretty sure that inside this gorgeous building is where they have the spring actually coming from inside of here. And let's see if I can get some video in there. Yeah, that's the spring down inside of that circular piece in the center. And it looks like they've got another outlet inside of this thing. There's some photographs in here. I don't know if I can get them. Let me see if I can get them in view here. So there's one there. And here's the other photograph. And I'm gonna see if I can get from the other side, the other window over there, and see what we look like on the other side of this. But I've got a lot of buildings coming from just this one town. So it's gonna be interesting, guys. And so we've got a couple more photographs sitting in here. We've got this one right here. I'm not sure if we can see that or not. And we've got another one here. But this mountain spring right here tastes quite interesting. And I'm going to take you around the rest of the rotunda here. So this is what it looks like from the back. And I'll be back for the next one here in a second, guys. Alright, we're back. And I'm going to give you guys a good look at this wall. It's in Manitou Springs here. And on the outside, this is what we've got. Looking very, very old. Very, very weathered. Excuse the people here. There's a lot of tourists in this town, apparently. And so this is what we got at the base of the stairway. Some big blocks. The stairway goes up a significant distance, but up past those two light poles up there is private property, so can't really go up there. Give you guys an idea of this wall here. I'm not exactly sure what may have stood in this location right here. I'll take you guys up there and show you that. It's a very interesting wall though. And some fairly interesting light posts here go along with it. So I'll take you up there and show you what this looks like. It's looking very, very old. Looks like they put an addition in here going back further in, and the whole town is surrounded by this red stone everywhere. I think it's red sandstone. It is all over the place. And the stairs are brand new, the concrete. Who knows what's underneath them? Probably never find out. A beautiful stairway though. And I'll be back for the next one, guys. All right, guys, and we're back. I'm showing you this because this is the story that we're given on this. Designed by Charles E. Thomas, which I'm gonna do some research on. It says he's the architect, and we're gonna find out. This used to be a bank, I do believe. And we are gonna show you this building in great detail. And the columns, yes, they are stone, but for some reason they decided they wanted to paint over these. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. It's really bizarre that they would paint over these solid stone columns. And I'll give you a good look at this. So that is the Bank of Manitou, at least it used to be. Now it's a gift shop. And we've got a Colorado seal up here. And pretty sure that's made of stone. This is an absolutely beautiful building though. way up here in the mountains. And of course there's no cornerstone on here, but I'm about to do this church over here, you guys. So I'll be back in a second for that one. All right guys, I'm back, and here's the very interesting story that we're given for this. And it says the church was built in 1880 and then was moved to a different location in 1885. So who knows how long that this thing stood, or it probably is the original. But here is this absolutely beautiful church. I'll give you guys a walk around here and show you what this looks like. It is definitely made of stone. Looks like it's made of the same red sandstone that's all around this whole place. And we'll get around to the front here in a minute. That's interesting. I wonder if that is the original location of the cornerstone right there. Very interesting building. Built on a massive hill. And of course, if you step back here, you can see that the ground was raised so they could put this wall up around it. Another interesting little factoid there. And as we go around the front of the building over here, not sure if this has a basement or not. Definitely wouldn't be surprised if it did. Sorry about the glare there, guys. I'm gonna get a little closer here and show you the rest of this. Beautiful building though, for sure. And there is our front entrance. And there is our quatrefoil windows, of course. You always gotta have those in a church. And it looks like this little thing down here was an afterthought. But I'm gonna be taking you guys across the street here now. And these are all real old buildings. Don't know the history on them. If you do, from Manitou Springs, let me know. They go all the way down the street. Most of the original brick has been painted over. I do believe it's a red brick. But let's get to this absolutely gorgeous building right here. They got the sawtooth cut in on the sides on the top up there. And then they really painted the life out of this blue one right here, guys. I don't know what they were thinking when they painted this building right here blue. Sure stands out from everything else. But I'm gonna be doing a walk down the street here and showing you guys out this town here in a minute. So I'll be back for the next one, guys. All right, guys, welcome back. And we're gonna take a nice walk down Main Street here. There's some really interesting buildings right here. There's solid stone. We got another one over here. Looks like maybe it was a hotel at some point in time. Of course, there's no cornerstones on any of these buildings at all, anywhere. And we've got this beautiful building back here. And I'm going to swing around and show you guys these buildings right here. So we've got some beautiful pediments above these windows here. I thought this was real interesting. They've got a stained glass window above their door there. That's pretty cool. You can see that these buildings they're made with big blocks of stone here. Extra weathered on the very top. So let's move down to the next one here. Finally got everybody out of the way in this tourist town. This one's got some pretty interesting details. It's got the shell up there on the top, arched windows. It's got a couple of columns, sandstone columns out in the front I'm gonna take you guys to see. These are the sandstone columns they've got on the front of the building here. Pretty interesting design. And there's the other one right here. Of course, everything in this whole town is a shop. It's a tourist location, big time. You got more red sandstone. That's a big block underneath that window right there. Big block of sandstone there. And we've got more arched windows. These ones are brick arches up here. You can see them right there. Beautiful cuts on those bricks in between the arches right there. And so let's walk a little further down. This building has been stuccoed on the front of it. You can't tell what it's really made of. I'm guessing there's brick underneath there. But I'm gonna show you across the street over here. This is a definitely amazing building. It looks like it might be made of cream colored brick. Gorgeous design on the top up there, guys. Absolutely gorgeous design. Too bad they painted this thing. I think it would have looked a lot better if they hadn't painted this building. Then we got the sawtooth cut a little further down on the building on this one. And massive arch stone entryway there. And I'm going to take us a little further down, probably up the hill of that building up there. Be back in a little bit, guys. All right, guys, welcome back. We are now at the Manitou Springs Public Library, and the brick detail on this is absolutely amazing. That archway is incredible. How small did they have to cut those bricks just to get them in there? That is absolutely incredible. Never seen anything like that before. Almost looks like on the sign, it almost looks like they removed bricks and added that in. I don't know, guys. I'm not sure. Not a clue, but they may have. And these archways are over all the windows on the bottom level here. This building is definitely impressive. It says 1910 was the year that they built this. Don't quite know if I believe any of that though. And I'm going to take you around the side over here. And there's another one of those arched windows. I wonder if they designed it to have the windows so close to the ground, considering it snows here a lot. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. And I'll be back for that one at the top of the hill next, guys. All right, guys, welcome back. I am at Manitou Springs Elementary School here. And we've got, straight off the bat, we've got a beautiful cartouche up above the door there. And this building has an addition on the other side, which I'm not really going to show. But this seems to be all original. Not exactly sure what they replaced here. There was something here at some point in this spot. Can't really tell what it was. This building is absolutely incredible. I just talked to one of the students' moms, and she said this was one of the first buildings in town. And right here we can see where their concrete is cracking away, and there's some other stone down there underneath. But this is a very, very large masonry building. Lots of bricks. I can't imagine how you'd build this. You'd have to have hundreds of people laying bricks just for this building. This building is absolutely amazing. Absolutely beautiful building. I'm gonna take you guys for a walk around the back and show you something that I've actually never seen before on one of these. And this was a segregated school where they had boys and girls separate from each other in the school. So that's something I've never seen before. And let me show you just this entryway here is, you can see right up above here, this was the girls' entry. Just amazing architecture on this building. Looks like something got removed right there or put in. And take you over to the other side over here where you'll be able to see the boys' entry to the school right here. I've never actually seen a segregated school before. And this is way up in the mountains in Manitou Springs. It's very, very interesting school. And I'm gonna take you around this side, and hopefully I don't get anybody in the video here. I'm trying not to get anybody in the video because it's an elementary school. But I'll take you back over here for a second, and I'm gonna show you the cartouche that's way up on the top of this. We got another cartouche way up here on the top. Can't even see what it, even if it says anything up there, I'm not sure. But this is just an amazing building. And I'm gonna show you guys the addition to this building. You can see back in here, that's the addition to the building where the glass windows are, of course. That's, of course, what we built. All right, guys, I'll see you for the next one. All right, guys, welcome back. We are at the church here. It's right across the street from the school. And I'll give you guys a look at what their narrative here is. This is the historic Manitou Congregational Church. And they, if I can get it in view here, I'll show you, they still have their bell in their bell tower. I wonder if they ever ring it anymore. But this building is made of, definitely made of stone. Absolutely incredible building. And I do believe that they still have their cornerstone. So here's their cornerstone, guys. Gorgeous windows on this thing. Beautiful windows. You can see that this is made of, I think, red and orange sandstone. Gorgeous archways in this building. Amazing cuts on some of these bricks right here, these stones. Can't see too much of this building, but I'm going to take you around to the side here. Absolutely amazing building, guys. And of course, there's a smokestack on top of the building here. And I'm going to take you guys down the rest of the main street here in a few minutes.